expect that you're pretty glad that you came here.
And we have a question over here.
Mr. Bill Lair, thank you for honoring us with your speech tonight. I just had a quick question. How impressed are you about the Hmong after coming to America? What's your impression of the Hmong now that we're here in America?
No, I think, they asked me how did I think the Hmong would do in the U.S., and I said I thought they'd do fine because they, look at the kind of people they are. Because I remember when we went to Laos the first time, very few Hmong had any education at all. But when you started training them, you realized that they're extremely intelligent people. That means, we ended up, one of the great advantages that the Hmong had in Laos, you had excellent communication because we trained, the ties with me, we trained radio operators. So you ended up with, and that was one of the most important things. Those Hmong teams with the radios were all over North Laos. They sent messages, and they were encoded messages. Nobody could intercept them. So it gave you the idea of everything that's going on in Laos because you got it from all these different teams. I remember they gave me orders that they wanted to capture a North Vietnamese soldier in Laos. We knew the Vietnamese soldiers were there. They didn't want to believe it because it would make them do something else, they thought, right? So I would get a message, like one day a message from one of these Hmong teams with the radio, right? And they said we captured a North Vietnamese officer today, but he don't walk and he don't talk, so we shot him along the way. They were trying to catch him for years. You get a message like that, and it's. But I say we eventually did capture the North Vietnamese soldiers. Now we knew they were there. There was no question. Because if you fought against the Lao communist soldiers, I mean, as soon as whoever made the most noise, the other side ran away, but the Vietnamese didn't run away. So you knew you were fighting a different group.
Thank you, and we have time for one last question.
I do whatever you tell me.
Hi, Mr. Biller. There's always a rumors going on, and it could be questions that that no one really can answer. The last day in Laos, I know that there have been airplanes C-130 flying between Udon and Long Chen, transporting thousands of Hmong from Long Chen to Udon during the evacuation. We heard rumors that is not really part of the CIA project, but it is but you have used the remaining money by the CIA to help the Hmong coming to Thailand. So what is really the true story on the last day from Laos?
Well, I didn't quite understand that.
Let me see if I can get the gist of it. He's talking about the evacuation of Long Chen.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
And he said that the rumor is that the CIA, that the evacuation was not part of the CIA plan.
No, it wasn't.
Okay, see, so we got
not
that.
As far as I know. But now at that time, I had left Laos and I was working in Thailand. But I know what was going on in Laos, and I don't believe that was but the reason that C-130 went to pick up a lot of the Hmong out there is because my friend General Adderholt, who most of you know, he was the head of the Just Mag in Thailand, and he's the one who ordered that U.S. Air Force C-130 to go up and haul those people out.
he also was asking that he heard that there was some CIA money that was used to help settle the Hmong people. I assume you mean in Nam Pong? To help settle the Hmong people who came out of Longcheng? Because I remember you telling a story about how you used the USAID program to help establish.
Oh, yeah. But see, that was before. At first, when they came to Thailand, we didn't know what they're going to do with it. We didn't know if they're going to come to the U.S. at all. We didn't know that. And but the first step you had to do, because they were all there, and they needed a place to live, and you wanted a place to live. So my brother-in-law was a very high-ranking man in the Laos government. So I went to him and asked him, could you give us enough land that we could put these Hmong people on there, and they could have kitchen gardens, so they could supply part of their food with the kitchen garden, right? And so they did that, and they built temporary housing, and they started doing it, because that was before anybody made a decision to send them to the U.S. And I happened to be, because I'd been in Laos, I knew everything about that, and I was in Thailand, so I was able to do that for them.
Well, we wish we had a lot more time with you, but of course we're running late. What else is new? But again, on behalf of all of us here, and I get to say on behalf of them, they can say thank you themselves. But thank you very much for being here.